We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Holden McWiener, coming to you live from the Blossom Lodge, Waffle House, and Dental Clinic. Well, we'll fill all your cavities.
Yeah.
Today's top story, Canadian Winter Festival canceled due to snow. Go figure. Good evening, Talkin' Tractors. Welcome to episode 184. We got a special guest tonight. Stevie M from the Great White North and the little metropolis of Kipling, Saskatchewan. So that's going to be an awesome time. And now to a man who accidentally rubbed ketchup in his eyes and now has hindsight.
I get it. It's like Heinz with the.
Yeah.
It's like It's
Yes.
you know. Hi everybody. Welcome to episode 184, everyone.
184.
If you are watching us right now, you're in the right place. Actually, that's not what I'm supposed to say. If you're succeeding, you're in the right place. If you're failing, you're in the right place. If you're a family member of someone who's in active addiction, you're in the right place. Our team is available 24/7, especially Jimmy. So if you need support, all you have to do is ask. It's strictly confidential. We won't tell you what to do. We'll share what we've done in the past in recovery and what's worked for us and what hasn't. We try to save our people the time of figuring out A to B. You know, there's easier ways to do things, and with the urgency of fentanyl, it's even more important to get the word out there and support people who need advice. But we don't give advice. We share with each other and with our people what we do. We right now in recovery, we're all standing at a precipice, right? And we have been for a few years. Dual diagnosis, fentanyl overdoses, carfentanil, press pills, all these things. I sound like a broken record, but you can't dabble in drugs anymore. That's not on the table. It's killing people that would, college kid did coke one time in college, and then he would have been a lawyer and bailed me out of jail. And that dude's dead because his coke was laced with fentanyl. So we gotta, kind of just be aware of it. We've been through pretty much anything as a show. We know what it feels like to be where you're at, regardless of where you're at, because we've all been there in one form or another. This is a space for real stories of addiction, recovery, relapse, faith, mental health, and redemption. We believe addiction is a disease and not a moral failing, 100%. We believe in the power of AA, the strength of fellowship, the grace of God, and the role of medicine and therapy in healing the mind. There's no shame here. There's no pretending. We operate as a unit hell-bent on recovery. Tonight, you will hear from someone who has walked through the fire, and he found the way out. Steve M. from Canada as well. He'll be joining us shortly to share his experience, strength, and hope through personal struggle and unimaginable loss. If you can recover, you can too. So let's take out the trash and look at our preamble.
This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin' Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
All right, let's go around and meet the team of Fucking Good Fred. Oh, first one. I'm above the top. It's Will Douglas. Will Douglas. Will is 42 years old. He is from Georgia as well. He's learning how to live life without methamphetamine. I can understand it's pretty hard for psychopaths like him. Will's 43, got 2+ years clean, believes in learning lessons. He's just a solid dude. He's a great guy on the podcast. We love having him. He's got something going on tonight, but we'll see him again on Wednesday. Next on Dizzle, for Shizzle, my nizzle, is Jimmy Leibel. Oh my God. Jimmy Leibel. Right? So this guy, I don't even know what to say about him. He's a lot. He's psychotic. But he cares with ferocity. You know what I mean? This dude actually cares. Anything he does is recovery based and people first. And he is. We don't have hierarchies around here, but he is. He's the backbone of this place. Is that enough for his tires? I'm done with him.
Yeah, my turn.
The one I really like is Bradley Mansfield. Hi, Brad. Welcome to the show. Brad is 46 years old. He's 3+. He's 47. He's 3+ years clean. He goes to AA. He's from Wogo, and he was a guest on about a month and a half ago, and we put him on payroll. So way to go. Welcome to the squad, Brad. It's nice to see everybody get their feet wet. Next on Dizzle for Shizzle is Mizzle. I'm 43. I produce the show. We're at a point. We're at a point where it's not. It's like we don't do it because we can. We do it because we have. We need to. We could. And that's where we all are at. We'll take a quick look at the map. So most of us are in Georgia. The rest of us are up there. And you can add another one up there and -1 down here. So we are Canadian heavy tonight. Let's bring the boys in.
Hell yeah.
And see how everybody's doing.
Silver medal heavy.
Right? Hey guys, how is everybody?
I'm doing good. Got a little bit of a cold, but doing good.
Oh,
Timmy, doing good.
good.
Oh, the baby, little baby got a little bit of a man cold.
Baby. He's a nice.
He's a baby. You know, I liked what you said right off the get, Tim. You know, we don't do this because we need to. We do this because we have to when we want to.
We want to.
Yes, like it's funny because now that, like you said, it's been about a month and a half since you invited me on, kind of full time, whatever, and I get excited. Like it's like here it is Sunday morning. I'm like, oh, okay, we got our show tonight. Like it's part of my routine. That's why you're on the team,
Brad. That's why you're here.
It's part of my routine.
Going up, take out the garbage, flush the toilet, cook me some food. I got the show.
Well, I love that.
Good for you.
This show's been around for a couple of years, and we've had a number of different people on and off. I've never experienced all four of us pulling in the same direction with the same kind of excitement that I'm experiencing now. So I'm excited. I used to just do things because I could, certain graphics, and that's all I cared about. Where I've streamlined the show, I've rebranded everything, and we are going to focus on content and relatable stuff and guests. Because we look nice, but that really doesn't mean anything. What we do is important. So we have exciting things coming up. We have guests coming up. Jimmy, could you read off our
certainly
upcoming guests?
Bring it up. Okay, so tonight we have Stephen, of course. Wednesday we have Daniel Hughes from Regina, Saskatchewan, and then March 11th we have Gaetan from Gaetan. He's from Gaetan, originally from Quebec, now living in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Then we have Maddie and OG on the 15th. And then Angela D on March 18th. Oh, yeah, baby.
She'll be here in a minute. She always comes in. I finally finished our new word mark. Look at our word mark logo. Bye-bye script, bye-bye cream and orange. This took a lot of work, but that is our new look right there.
I'm bringing sexy
We can
back.
throw-
Yeah.
Should I
With
get
a
all-
Letraset. Yeah, good idea.
I like what we're doing. So everybody's doing a good job. If you feel like killing yourself, don't call 988, and they'll help you out with whatever you need. They'll get you in the right direction. Probably send you to an emergency room, but probably get you there alive. And get your Narcan. And thank you to naloxoneforall.org and nextdistro.org for sending Talk Trash a bunch of Narcan, which is awesome. So thank you very much, and we will make sure the right people get that. Back to the boys. So are you guys mad at me because of this? Because we kicked the shit out of Cat? Are you guys mad at me? I feel like you're mad at me. I didn't do anything wrong.
No.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
I didn't think I want to talk about it.
Give it up, Manscaped. Jesus.
So, right? The women, the
you
men,
know what?
it's
Honestly,
not fair.
I'll tell you. So whatever. I'm a hockey guy.
You are.
Hockey guy.
I'm a hockey guy.
Hockey
It was
guy.
cool to see great hockey. And at the end of the day, US is fucking no longer, how can I say it? Like everybody used to say Canada and Russia. Them days are over, man. There's like 5 or 6 solid countries out there that are wicked fucking hockey teams.
Yep, like Slovakia, they could have been in the like. You don't realize that these like a lot of these players aren't American or Canadian. There's a lot of Europeans, but it had to have been tough. I felt bad. I saw Jack Hughes' overtime goal. Went nuts with my dad. Fun. I'll never forget it. That was fun. When Megan scored the overtime goal against your women, I felt legitimately bad. Like I did something wrong. Like I felt like we weren't going to be
Well, you
friends
probably
anymore.
did. But
I probably did, but it wasn't
Yeah.
anything that I know of. So anyway, the Olympics were fun to watch, but man, they were Canada got shafted. I feel terrible for you guys.
Well,
As
I
long as
wouldn't
I'm
say
in-
that. Their goalie, like Hellback or whatever, like he fucking stood on his head, man.
And Hellebuck, I don't know much about the Jets and Hellebuck, but for all I know, he sucked. So now all of a sudden he's stopping pucks. Good on him. But like, I didn't expect that. He was a sieve for a while, but the Jets weren't all that great. I saw the Jets. They're wearing the throwback jerseys, Brad, from that fucking logo from the 70s. Not the 90s one, the 70s one with an airplane. And it just looks like a 5-year-old drew it. I know it.
Yeah, I think they're stupid too, actually. But,
So stupid. Yep. They should have just went back to the old logo. The new logo's 10 times worse than anything. And I wanted to ask you, Brad, real quick. The Canucks are fucking terrible. Why are they so bad?
Why are they so bad? You know what I think? I don't know. I think when they had, talking hockey still, I think when they had that little kerfuffle when they had JT Miller and Pedersen or whatever, and all that shit was going on. I think that kind of ruined morale more than anything. And I think once they got rid of JT, they couldn't really fix the morale because morale is one of those things that
I know.
I'm not even with hockey or I even go back to my recovery or your job or anything. If you're happy doing something, you're probably going to be better at it. Right?
Absolutely. This guy's smart. I didn't think he was as smart as
Really?
he is. But good on him.
Shut up, Jim. Shut the fuck up, Jim.
Considering where the hell you're from.
We are.
Mrs. Manfield, I dropped the baby. I don't know why.
I don't know where. All right,
Still got the soft spot.
I know. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna shave her down? What's the point? Are you gonna?
You know what? Honestly, I would, but I got so many scars from over the years that it's just.
You wear that good. You wear
don't
that
hate me
pretty
because I'm beautiful.
good on you. The teeth, all of it. It's a lot. It is a lot. Okay. So we read a little something called Daily Reflections. It is a AA reading. We do this to try to show what we do every day. Our routines. Does it seem corny? Does it seem stupid? We don't really give a shit. Keeps us sober. So a little something called Daily Reflection. A little intro, then we'll get into it.
I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I love it.
All right,
Jimmy.
kids. For March the 1st, so pinch the punch for the first of the month. It works. It works. It really does. And that's from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 88. 4 words. Wow. When I got sober, I initially had faith only in the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. Desperation and fear kept me sober, and maybe a caring and or tough sponsor helped. Faith in a higher power came much later. This faith came slowly at first, after I began listening to others share at meetings about their experiences that I had never faced sober, but they were facing them with strength from a higher power. Out of their sharing came the hope that I would too, and could get a higher power. In time, I learned that a higher power, a faith that works under all conditions, is possible. Today, this faith, plus the honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness to work the steps of the program, gives me the serenity that I seek. It wakes. It really wakes.
Mikey likes it.
Hey, Mike,
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
So,
the steps.
I was thinking the other day about early recovery, higher power, that whole struggle most people have. I think a good way to figure out how you feel about a higher power is to get a sponsor, right? Because a sponsor's kind of like God. You relinquish some control to him, and you trust him to give you the right advice, and his good advice will then build your faith, and then maybe you can get to God. I know a few people that was their story. What do you guys think about this? Does it work? I don't know.
That's true. Well, okay. So when I first got in, my sponsor was just a total asshole. It was about him and his wife, and like they were telling me how to just follow what they did. Like they weren't giving me any kind of suggestions.
Right.
Say, these are what are suggested. It was like you have to do this, and like they were just fucked. And after 3 months, I was cured. No, I never talked to him after that. But having a sponsor is somebody that you can confide in and that you trust, and they have what you want. And I spent some time with Don, and he's like my dad. And like he always gives me a hug. And Jim, by the time I get to my car, he always says, "God bless you, Jim." He was thank you for everything, right? And it was like a 10-minute visit because I was just rushed around doing all this stuff. But just having someone that you can confide in, and he is truly my higher power.
That's awesome, and it's okay. That's cool. I love that. It's better to have one than not. And if you struggle with the God concept, agnostic, atheist, all that stuff, look around the rooms and buy in a little bit. Let your guard down, open-mindedness, willingness, cotton batting out of your ears, and stick it up your ass, and just listen to what's going on. Is that what we do? Oh no, you put it in your mouth. I'm not putting any wax. Your shit.
Put it in your mouth first before you put it up your ass. Yeah,
Good
do
boy.
it.
Don't flippy floppy.
One of my UPS guys asked me today, straight up, this is a question: when's the last time you soaked a tampon in vodka and stuck it up your ass? And I had to think about that one. And I was like 2005, because that was the last time I did it. Don't ever do that. Oh my God. I was so instantly miserable drunk. Like it was just instant. There was no fun. I was just like, my entire universe is upside down. Like when you get cotton fever from shooting
Okay,
heroin.
for all you listeners, do not try this at home.
Not at all.
Sounds like a no-no.
I'll tell you what I did and what didn't work for me, and we'll take it from there. So are we talking about? No, we're not talking about war. We have something fun going on towards the middle of the month. Something unique. We haven't hammered out the details, but it's a fun talking trash. You thought it's up to you, Jimmy. It's your thing. I mean, it's happening, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean,
it's
we don't have.
You announce what it is, and I'll kind of fill the blanks in.
All right, so we are going to do a remote show at Prairie Sky Recovery in Wilkie, Saskatchewan. It's like 3 hours from Jim, 5 hours from Brad. Jimmy and Brad are going to link up. They're going to go up there Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning. They're going to get the lay of the land. We're going to set up, ideally, like a TV behind them, and then in front of a laptop. And the patients in the crowd, they can ask questions. We won't use anybody's names or pictures, but we will be live on site at a recovery center with 20, 30 people in early recovery under 30 days. Jimmy, this is all you, and it's a lot of work, and I really I admire that you're willing to do this. Brad, you too. Are you kidding? I mean, guys,
well,
what a blessing.
I haven't been back. That's right. It saved my life, and that sounds kind of corny, but for you guys that are early recovery, where you are right now, it's your starting point. It's that stepping stone. And I'm just giving back. And these are people who are just early in recovery, and I'm just looking forward, and it'll recharge my recovery, right? Because sometimes when you meet the green ones, and no offense, you understand, like, there are all these questions and stuff, and it's like, oh wow, I'm remembering. And you always have to remember that starting point. And you see some guys after 5-6 years, like, whatever. No, I'm pumped. I don't know about you there, Manscaped. What do you think about it?
I'm fucking pumped too.
Fucking pumped.
And Jimmy, what you just said is actually the perfect way of saying it, because when someone goes into a little bit of sobriety, 3, 5, 7 year, whatever it might be, sometimes you need to have, like, a newcomer to me teaches me more sometimes. Than for sure, because you need to hear those reminders that made you go to rehab and get fixed, whatever, right? And like Jimmy said, so PSR is where both of us went to rehab. So the giving back aspect is phenomenal, because, like, so Larry, for example, obviously we can say his name because he's been part of the show and all that. Like, he still reaches out to a lot of his alumni every day with a Larry laminate. And you know, like, there's a guy who puts a shit ton into recovery and other people's recovery. So anything I feel like Jim and I in this program or this podcast could do to help is the no-brainer for me.
Love it. I'm jealous I can't go. I would love to do something like that. I just can't. I'm not allowed in Canada because I've had a DUI. So is that true, Brad? I can't come into your country because I drank.
So it's funny because I couldn't go to the States for the longest time, and I now have a waiver. It's called. I had to go through Homeland Security and get a pardon in a waiver, and a little more than
glove.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I got it, because it's your birthday. I'm like, can you take your ring off? That's my watch, sir.
My dad was an anesthesiologist in an emergency room, and he saw a lot of people sticking stuff where it shouldn't go. Ridiculous. I don't know why people are so into that. But yeah, Prairie Sky is cool. It's an on-site thing. We're going to try and make the most out of it. And it's not an endorsement. It's a recovery thing. You know, it's not about, like, we plenty of views. We're fine on that. We want to branch out. We want to, addiction recovery early on is touchy, because people don't know how they feel about themselves, let alone God and the universe and recovery. And you say somebody's last name by accident or whatever, you make a big mistake. So, like, we need to, we are very careful about how we speak and what we say. And I have a dump button here that I told the guys about. Never used it. It's 10-second delay. So whenever somebody says something absolutely horrible and the show goes off, that's what happened. We'll be right back.
Go, Brad.
All right, so we have a guest coming in this house tonight. So, like, when I meet guests backstage, it's like, all right, you're you. This guy, within 5 words, I'm like, I like him. I'm not biased. I just know when somebody's going to connect with me personally. He is Steve M. Jimmy, you want to read him in here?
Alrighty, we got Steve M. from Kipling, Saskatchewan, the raging metropolis. He is 44 years old, over 1.5 years clean, father of 3 kids, construction, and quit turning the goddamn tile on me. Jesus, I'm reading it off my TV.
The video.
Construction and Kipling, Saskatchewan.
He's good at it. He has
been cold, and he loves his rabbits.
We are going to bring him in here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Steve M. Hi, Steve M. How are you, bud?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Donating your time and coming on. It takes courage, and it's out of our comfort zone as addicts.
I look forward to it. As soon as Brad asked me, it was like, absolutely. I would.
That's what we're looking for. I'm rearranging
definitely.
the cameras. I'm going to yield. Buddy. Awesome. It's awesome. I'm going to yield the floor to you. We go over an hour these days. We do about 75 minutes on average now.
Nice.
And our rehabs that are watching, they know that too. There's that's another aspect, Steve. We have a whole bunch of people sitting in their group room looking at a TV, trying to figure out if they want what we have. And it's when you think about it, it's kind of a scary responsibility, but it's also very cool because what we have is real and authentic. And
yes, Sometimes it just takes just one person, one word to catch
Yep.
somebody's eye and, to put them in the right direction. And
Yep.
Absolutely.
that's a wonderful feeling. Doesn't get any better than
Absolutely.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear your story. I know we're about the same age. I also have kids about your kids' ages.
Yep.
I don't have any rabbits. I have a cat. Oh, just as a side note, I had this rash on my face, in my beard, like I thought I was dying, right? I couldn't figure it out. I'm putting all kinds of lotion on my face. I get rid of it. My cat comes in bed with me. I kiss him again. It's him. It's the goddamn
Oh
cat
no,
giving me
that
this. I
allergic.
can't kiss my cat anymore. I don't know what he got
Yeah.
into, but
That's not what I was thinking.
I didn't think so.
Bradley, there's a 10-second delay.
Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna identify with you, and we love when we come together as recovery. All right, so it doesn't matter
Yep.
age, race, whatever. We all share this same thing, and we all instantly connect on this passionate thing because it was life or death for us. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna give you the floor, and we can jump in
Righty.
and ask questions. But you tell your story. Go ahead, Steve.
I started young. I started at 12 years old drinking drugs, and with that came trouble with the law,
Mhm.
and that it continued on, and you know, you, what can you do? You do what and
Right. Yep.
the drugs started over the years. It got worse and worse, and you go from a little bit of pot to now the cocaine, and
Sure.
like we were saying earlier, things nowadays it's not the same.
It's not.
That's so many people are dying because of that fucking fentanyl. Like
Hell yeah.
I I need more than two hands to count how many good friends that I consider brothers that I have lost in the
Same.
last few years. Like it's just ridiculous. You can't even take a pill without
Can't.
wondering what's in it, and I got to the point where I don't even take Tylenol or Advil or anything like that.
Oh boy,
That's
yeah.
that well that's it, it's my addictive personality,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I just if I got a headache, so be it. Tough it out, suck it up, buttercup, go get some fucking water and go have a nap, you'll be fine. But
Bold strategy, Cotton. See how it plays out for
that's
you.
eventually my disease landed me in jail.
Mhm.
I was 32 years old, and I served my first prison term, and I thought I had it beat, so
Yeah.
I went to treatment. So I went to Pine Lodge, wonderful
Mhm.
treatment center in Indian
Yep.
Head. Um, but I I didn't I didn't stay in the program.
Yeah.
That's when it got time for close to my 1 year. I don't know what it was. I stopped going to meetings, and when I stopped going to meetings, eventually I end up back out there, back drinking, back with the drugs, and it's only going to be so long. Once I stop that, that's the the meetings. That is our medication,
Yeah.
for our
Yep.
disease, and without my medication, I don't get better. Unfortunately, there is no cure for it. Like,
Right.
it is what it is, but I can I can keep going the direction that I'm going. And I've had some really really rough times. So I lost my son about 5 years ago. He was 21 when he passed, and that was from epilepsy.
Oh
And that
God.
just sent me down a path I didn't want to go down, but I couldn't stop it. And that's it led me to the point where I don't do fentanyl myself, but I went and got some fentanyl. I wanted to die.
Got
And
you.
Yep.
I was there too.
It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
Narcan that saved my life, and I am glad it did. Cause fuck, I got so much to do still. I've got other kids that need
Yeah,
me.
you do.
You know, that's it is tough, but we can do it. And, you know, that's right now I'm sitting at over a year and a half, clean and sober.
Yeah,
Right
but I'm
on.
doing a lot.
100%. This is the best that I have ever done. And I I come to my 1 year. And I told the guys, I was like, well, I'm not going to celebrate my birthday. That's, you know, I'm doing it different this time.
Right.
That's every other time,
Yep.
you know, I would track my time. But this time I was like, no, man, no, I'm going to try it differently this time. But then the boys, they said, hey, look, motherfucker, this ain't for you. This
Yeah.
is for us.
Yep.
You know,
We want
we want
cake.
that cake.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, okay. So, you know, I did start tracking my time.
Mm-hmm.
I am um 1 year, 6
6 months and 13
months, and
days.
13 days today. So, and you know
Oh
what?
boy.
I do that one day at a time.
Yep.
That is it. So for me, I like where my life is going. I
Yeah.
like where I'm heading, the direction it is. You know, I have recouped my relationship with my kids. You know, my kids come over and we sit and play games. You know, I just ordered like $200 worth of games that they wanted, and they're excited. They keep asking me, when are they coming? When are they coming? I'm gonna be here on Tuesdays. So, but you know, that's
Something you
what.
definitely weren't doing in active addiction, I'd imagine.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. My oldest biological, she didn't want to come to my house because of my addiction. You know, that's I don't
Understandable.
blame her. I don't blame her at all. 100%. You know, I ended up in the hospital a few years back. I had pneumonia, and so I had gotten pneumonia from the drugs that I was using, and I almost died. I was in a coma for a month. I spent 3 months in the hospital total. Um, you know, the coma, that was, I remember the day my kids came to see me. And my kids will even tell you this. Like when my youngest, when she grabbed my hand, I don't remember anything prior to that. I've had family come in and out. My best friend works at the hospital. He was in there every single day. I do not remember anything until my kid grabbed my hand. And they said I got this big smile. So they asked the doctor, like, can he hear us? Like, you know, like, and the doctor's like, well, I don't think so, but talk to him. That will help, you know. And then all I remember was, you know, just being happy. I know my kids are there. I don't know who else, but I know my kids are there. And then for a brief second, it was like, no, I don't want them to see me like this. I start trying to shake my hand loose. And so then my kids start crying. And it's like, you know, just leave me here. Let me die. Just let me go. And, you know, a couple of my aunties, they had keep coming every day to see me. Like, you're doing good, buddy. You're doing good. Couple more days. And it felt like an eternity. I'm hearing this. It's like, okay, motherfuckers, if I got to hear a couple more days, one more time, I'm going to wake up here right quick. And like, but then I heard my auntie had said, she's like, she was on the phone. She was like, yeah, you guys better get here. They're going to do it right away. And you know, I wanted to die before this, you know, like I lost my son, I'd lost my kids, you know, like my wife, you know, I've lost everything. There's nothing left for me. And when I heard that, I thought they were pulling the plug on me. And it's like, okay, hey, wait, look, I'm still here. I've got shit to don't be pulling this damn plug. Bring me out. Where's Leah? She ain't gonna allow this, you know, like so then it got to the point where they were trying to wake me up, and you know, it was life changing, you know. And it just looking back on it now, I'm glad. Like we were talking earlier, I'm glad my kids seen that
Yeah.
because they
Yep.
will not, I don't keep secrets from them. I don't hide anything from them. I tell them
Hmm.
everything. They know everything and they always have.
They should. Yeah.
And that's it better better deter them from going down that road,
Absolutely.
That's I don't ever want to just think about what would happen to one of my kids, like I've already lost one son. I've
Mm.
got I've got two daughters and then I've got two stepdaughters who are basically my kids, if anything ever happened to them it would kill me,
Yeah.
like so
If
I
anybody has a green light to like relapse and go nuts, it's your situation. I mean, people go nuts
Mhm.
over nothing. You lose a child. To me,
absolutely
there's a
right.
version of me that's like I'm all in. I have a free pass to be an asshole.
But
Not that,
it's not an excuse to further my disease and my
Oh boy.
addiction,
yep.
Hmm.
That's what I didn't understand before. It's, what? Bad things happen all of the time.
Yep.
That's you can't use that as an excuse to do this. And you know what? I didn't feel anything. Like now I do. I
Yeah.
needed
Yeah.
to hit that head on.
Yeah.
And that's I called my brother the one day and I'm like, man, I gotta get out here. I gotta do something, man. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm in my room pissed, going through photos and this and that. And so, I took off for a few weeks. I went up to Alberta with some family out there. We went and we rented an ice fishing shack and went ice fishing for a week, and
Mm.
it was it was good. Yes, it's what I needed. But then, it after a while it did just set in and it got worse and worse and then it went right downhill from there.
Yep.
And it took me to a place that I don't ever want to go back to. And I you know what? I've never come this far, this
Mm.
long, done this good. Like I'm still not out of the woods.
Sure.
That's but I've had as you said, so my rabbits in the pile. I love
There we
my
go.
rabbits 100%. They're like my little kids,
Uh huh.
Mhm.
so I just last December, beginning of the month, I get a phone call and my little brother had been in an accident and it was his best friend that told me. And I'm like, no, there's no accident, man. Nobody's called me. That's
Mm.
something's wrong with you, man. Like you're tripping out. Like, but this he's completely sober. Like, that's so I called my dad, and sure enough, yes, my little brother was in an accident on one of the highways with the semi, and it wasn't looking good. And about after an hour, yeah, come back that he didn't survive. As tough as that was, that fucking crushed me.
That,
That bond you get. A cousin is one thing. Friends are another. But
yep.
Mhm.
your brothers, your siblings, sisters, they're with you growing up. You spend every minute of every day almost with them. And
Yep.
now he's gone, and I didn't use that as an excuse to go back out there.
Attaboy.
You know, I
Good for you.
I I had went to the celebration after with everybody, and everybody's like all of my family, a lot of them they drink, they're into the
Mhm.
cocaine, this and that.
Sure.
That's I go and I waited outside the bar up in one of the hotel rooms, and, just talking with all the other family. And I had this one good friend growing up, and he's like, how do you do it, man? Like, I was like, you know what? I don't want to go in there. I don't need to go in there. That's and my cousin is looking, and he's like, you know what? That's the best answer I've ever heard, and
Yeah.
That's it. I can go in there if I want. Say what you.
Yeah.
I don't want to. That's
Yeah.
not me anymore.
Uh,
That's
yeah.
I like my life the way it is.
Mm,
And so after my brother, um, which was tough enough, right at
mm,
Christmas time. So my son passed away a few days before Christmas in 2020, and a couple weeks before that, one of my best friends growing up, I had lost him in December of 2020, and that was to a
mm.
fentanyl overdose. And now it's December, and my little brother's gone now. So it's like, holy shit, and over the years, I ask for strength, help me get through, give me the
Mhm.
strength. And then I get all these trials and all these situations where the
Yeah.
strength is required. And, it's like, okay, that's not really the
Yeah.
answer I was hoping for.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I got the strength I needed. I would have thought that I would have went back out there, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I stayed sober. I stayed clean. I had my brothers. I had the four wise men and Brad. That is that meeting is everything that I need. And
Love it.
that's as much as Brad says he might need a newcomer here and there. You know
I
what?
know. Yep.
I need them just as much.
Yep.
It's good to know. And sure, yes, there's some things that I can bring to the table too. Absolutely. It's like the
Yeah.
learning days, right?
Mhm.
I don't have good days and bad days. I don't believe in bad days. I
Right.
have good days, and then I have what I call a learning day. So
Yep.
a learning day is I learn how much I can put up with before I finally snap.
Yep. Yep. Self-awareness.
So
One.
that's and now okay, fast forward another month or so. So I I ended up looking after a rabbit that was my younger kids.
Right.
And this rabbit was like my best friend. I shit you not. She followed me to the bathroom. She follows me to the bathroom.
Well, like a floppy ear rabbit, like a
Yes, yeah, a floppy
yeah.
ear
I had
rabbit.
one. I
Yeah,
had one when I was little. Yeah.
an actual rabbit. And like she lays beside me where I go, she goes. And like she was like my absolute best friend. I think she thought I was her boyfriend. She little shit. She tried to hump me
Yeah.
all the time.
That's all right. I mean, each their own.
but but you know what?
It
And then
works.
she died. And then it was like, holy shit, like how much more? Like, but you know what? I still stayed clean and sober. Here I am, not as I was, but stronger, wiser. Absolutely. And you know what, Case, going back to what you were saying. So, we've all been through hell. All of us, every single one of us. If you suffer from addiction, from the disease, you have been through hell.
That's right.
And yeah, we don't speak to impress.
Nope.
We speak because we survived. We
Got a boy.
survived hell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We came out on the other side. And, that's life tried to break me, tried to bury
Yeah.
me, tried to silence me. But guess what? Here I am.
Yep. And
That's
you're talking to a
I
lot of people right now, Steve. You're talking to a lot of people that are hearing your voice. I want to hug you through the goddamn screen. I want to come over there and wrap my arms around you and tell you everything's gonna be all right, even though I don't know if it is or not. But
No, you know what? It is. It is gonna be all right. You wanna know why?
what?
Because I am clean, because I am sober. I'm gonna have hardships. Absolutely. It's how we deal with them that determines where we're gonna go from there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
you get strength from every situation. That's
Yeah.
if I hadn't gone through everything I've been through, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That it's built me, it's transformed me. I walk into the storm, I'm not the same person walking out. I'm the one
Right.
walking out carrying the lightning in my chest now.
Right.
Got
Exactly.
a
Yep.
That's
yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Fucking
fear
got
the
it.
darkness anymore.
Yep.
I've become the fire. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
I honestly I can't say how happy I am with the way my life is going.
Yeah.
I have got a wonderful family. I've got a very good job. I have got very good support. And you know what? So I didn't really talk much about my addiction, but I have
You're
not
welcome to. You're welcome to share whatever you like, Steve. The floor is yours. The show's yours. I'm getting comments. Everybody's saying you're doing it. Uh, Rob
what
Rob
that's
Vargo says, "Great job, Steve. You're a strong man." Brian
Yeah.
DeSantis says, "You're doing great, brother."
oh
You know,
I seen that, yeah.
there's
And
people out there that care.
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? If I can help just one person, fucking rights, then
Yep.
that's my good deed for the day, and
For sure.
that's gonna help me sleep at night.
Yeah.
So I have done every kind of drug, every possible way to do it.
You're one of those.
And,
Okay.
and that is
You and me both.
and you
Welcome
know
aboard.
what?
Welcome
That's
aboard. Yeah.
Check your plate.
right.
Check your
So
bag. Check your
Yep.
bag.
you know what? If I can quit, and you know what, this time around, I didn't go to treatment this time.
Mhm.
I knew what I had to do. I had to get away for a bit. So
Right.
I left Kipling. I I was gone for about 10 months, and I was clearing my head. I needed to get back to the person that I was coming out of treatment.
Right.
So
Mhm.
the treatment center that I went to, what they said, once you've been there 3 times, well, that's it. Third
Yeah.
third time you can't come back. If you can't do it in 3 times, well then there's nothing really we can do for you. You know
Is there
what
like
to do.
is there a Gordie Howe hat trick of that? Can you like go there for a detox and
Well, it's
got it?
you've been there, you've done it, you know
Yeah.
what to do. Now
Yep.
it's your time to do it.
The
So
rehab that cut me off, Steve. I'm sorry, to cut you off, but the rehab that
no,
told
no,
me I can't
absolutely.
come back. It would have been my seventh time, and they're like, "Listen,
Okay.
you're not
But
getting it."
you
But
know
six
what?
six times is excessive, I think.
Don't give up. Don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
ever give up trying,
Yep.
because it is worth it.
For
That's
sure.
it is. Brad, what's you saying?
I got 1,000 of them. Which one?
There's a lot
Come
of
on.
them.
Come on, Bradley.
It works if you work.
It works if you work
You
it and
want
you're worth
to be
it.
worth it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is. You know what? You are worth every minute of your recovery. That's
Yeah.
absolutely. If you put even half as much effort into your recovery as you did your
Absolutely.
addiction
Yeah.
or your disease,
Yeah.
you're gonna thrive. You're
Yeah.
you're gonna do amazing. Just
Yeah.
put the effort in. Want it. If you don't want it, it's not gonna work. That's
Right.
Mm-hmm.
so I've got a few friends that once they found out that these are work buddies, once they found out that I'm going to meetings, they'd say, well, hey, can I come with you? Well,
Yeah.
sure, absolutely. That's,
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to,
Right.
'cause that it doesn't work like that,
Doesn't
right?
work.
So if
Yep.
if you don't want it, it's not going to work. You can try the relocation,
Yeah.
changing your friends. That's not going to work. If you want booze or you want drugs, if you want it, you're going to get it. Plain
Yep.
and simple.
Right.
So, that's you've got to learn to live again, to live
Hmm.
sober, to live clean. And I still have friends that do both, but
Mm.
I can what because I'm changing my life, they should too. Absolutely not.
Right.
Each
It's
to
up to
their
them.
own, but I'm not going to ask them to change what they do. But don't think because I'm sitting here with you that I'm going to do it. That's
Right. Right.
you know what? Respect my decisions and
Yep.
respect me as a friend.
Yep.
And don't be trying to offer, or don't be getting pissed off if I don't want this or if I don't want that. Just respect goes both ways. And
Absolutely.
that's a big thing to me is the respect level. And
I,
Yep.
I like that a lot too,
I
Steve,
do
because
too.
I still have friends, and I think we probably all do. Like I have friends that still use and drink, but
absolutely.
my true how can I say it? So the friends that know that I'm taking my recovery serious and I am taking it serious, like I know they might be high and drunk in front of me, but they'll never offer, they'll never like, and they'll still pretend to hide it from me. But I know someone doesn't go to the bathroom 37 times in one night.
But
Like,
you know what? Those
got
are
a
the ones
sinus
that are going to get
infection.
mad
You're my age.
if you even attempt to just joke about it. They're going to get mad. Those are the real friends, right?
Yeah.
So
and like, and
know,
you said it though,
that's-
Steve. Like I can't judge. Like I'm not here to change. I got to focus on this right
Absolutely.
here, me, right?
Absolutely.
So, but that was well said because that is so true. Because
it is. And
we change our life patterns 100%, but I can't control what anybody else does. Like it's hard
absolutely
enough.
not.
I got a hard enough fucking time controlling what Brad does.
No kidding.
So,
Well, like I say, you know what? The only time you're in control is when you're out of control. There is no such thing as control, right? So you can't control your addiction. You know,
Steve, you are a beauty, man.
He's a beauty.
He's
a beauty.
I love you, brother.
I love you too, man.
You know what? That's it's what we do. You know that matters. And I have said it so many times. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Well, they stop believing the bullshit. You know.
They do.
So now it's like, okay, I didn't even tell anybody this time, you know, I don't even say anything to my kids. Now I show them. I show them every single day, you know, that I am serious. And, you know, that's the people that have come back into my life now, they see that, you know, it's not just words this time. Now it's putting foot to ass. And I will do whatever I have to do to stay clean and sober. That's and you know what? That's the biggest thing. Okay, so recovery is a time to be selfish. It is 100%. That's I am not doing this for anybody else, not even my kids. I am doing this for myself. If I want to love my kids, I gotta love myself first.
Right.
If I want to take care of my kids, I got to be able to take care of myself first. I can't do any of that until I can do it for myself.
Right.
So I didn't get clean for my kids. I didn't get clean for my parents or my fucking ex. I got clean for myself. That was the biggest thing. And that's why the treatment didn't actually set the first 2 times, because I did it for the wrong reasons. The total wrong reasons.
And that's really cool too, because once you do that, Steve, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
go.
you said so many things tonight that got my brain just
I know me too.
fired
I know
up.
what to do. I'm like
legit, dude. Like you're smashing it out of the park, and what you're saying, I guarantee you, there's so many people going fucking wow, right? Because you're nailing it right on the head.
That's good. You know what,
what
like I said, if I can help at all,
But what you said there about doing it for yourself, like, so you're 1,000% right. So when you do it for yourself, like by doing that in return, all these other little trickle effects that happen in our lives, like you said,
absolutely
getting our kids back,
yes,
you know, because I can relate to that. Getting
Yep.
my wife back at the time, you know, all these things you do for yourself reflect on how your life is going to be, and good things will happen when you work on yourself. So you
absolutely, that's 100%.
I gotta share this real quick. I got a whole rehab that sent me a text message. They said, "Steve, we're all so proud of you. Thank you for your service. Discover recovery." And the other text he sent me, is like, he says, I don't know what's wrong with these people tonight, but they're all watching it. So like, you know, it may just be in the air, or you might be getting some attention. But like, I know I'm identifying with everything you're saying. You're not making excuses. You're not coming up with reasons.
I'm owning it.
You're owning it. And that's what we do. That's what I know. I didn't do that for years. Everybody else's fault. Your fault for what I did. And that mentality, that victim mentality, keeps us sick. And until like same thing. My kids watch. I have 2 adult children, 2 girls. They watch this show. They know what I'm about. They respect me more now, and I have a better relationship with them now than I ever did when I was next door to them. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing that, you know, normies don't understand it. They don't understand. You're gonna put yourself first, junkie. You're gonna do that, right? You just stole fucking 10 grand from me, but let's put Timmy first. You know, whatever. Insert name here. And that's where
Yeah.
you need to find the support amongst your people and amongst like-minded, and let the normies do their thing. They love you too, but like they don't understand. And for us to know that and address them that way, and our recovery community another way,
Yep.
it's that perspective that you have, Steve, is like something I'd hear from somebody, from Jimmy, or somebody from 5, 6, 7 years. So you've obviously been through it.
It's you can't make excuses because there is none. It's okay. It took me a very, very long time. Now remember, I'm 44. I started when I was 12, both
Yeah,
drinking and drugs. This is the longest I've ever been clean and sober. And what I come to realize, it's a simple fucking choice.
it really
A
is.
simple choice. I'm going to choose to drink or use, or I'm going to choose not to.
Yep.
And I can't, I had some stuff happen as a child, not from family, but a good friend of the family. I
Mhm.
can't use that as an excuse. I
Mhm.
can't use my
So
little
many
brother
people
passing
do.
away as an excuse. No, you know what? If I'm gonna ruin my life anymore, I'm gonna own that shit.
For
That's
sure.
my choice. And you
Yeah.
know what? Today, for here and now, I choose not to. I choose sobriety. I choose to be
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
clean. That's my choice. I choose to go to work to be a productive member of society. I wouldn't, sure, I would still work before, but
Right.
that's not. I would I always say I'm the biggest piece of shit you'll ever meet, but I'm the nicest piece of shit you'll ever
Right.
meet.
Exactly. What do they say?
But that's
Alcoholics will steal your wallet. Addicts will steal it and help you look for it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We dig in. Um, I
but
so you've done it all, right? So you're a garbage can like me and everybody else is pretty
yes,
much. Okay.
Yeah.
yep, I've
Have you
tried it
ever
all.
you ever
That's
overdosed by any chance? Just wondering.
I did, yes.
Okay.
Yep,
I came up with some questions because I'm really smart, and
yep.
I sent them to the guys, but like it's just to keep us on track, and I forget what the
Yeah.
hell's going on in 2 seconds. Jimmy, you want to ask any questions?
Certainly. Well, actually, all the ones that I printed out, the one that, and you've already answered it, but like we got lots of rehabs and already chiming in. But what advice would you give to those treatment heroes, the guys in the first 30 days of recovery that will be going out into the real world? But I've heard it, but they might want to hear it one more time.
Did you
If
say
you could just,
treatment heroes, Jimmy?
yes, I did.
Really
Absolutely. I
well,
like
really
that.
well said, man. Jimmy's so smart. Yeah. So I'm sorry
You
to
know
interrupt.
what? The biggest thing is do it for yourself,
Yeah.
and for the first little bit, stay away from old people. That is right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
So
Until it
so
took
no
me
elderly
10
people at
10
all.
months. What's that?
I said no elderly people at all.
Can't go see grandma, grandpa. Sorry.
Ah,
What about my?
okay.
That's
All
what
right.
Steve
I mean,
told
if
me.
you
I can't
say
see it.
if you
The
if
drugs,
you say
the ones you use and drink with. Let's
yes,
put it
yeah,
like
I'm
that.
an asshole.
Stay
So
away from that crowd.
yeah,
It took me 10 months before I came back home and knew that I was strong enough to be around anybody that even drank or did drugs.
right,
So
right.
took me 10 months. So
I'll bet.
if you can, you need to build your, you need more tools. You need to learn your triggers, what's going to set you off,
Yeah.
Yeah,
wh- what's going to bring that euphoria back for you.
yeah,
So I still, to this day, there's certain people that I just won't be around if they're drinking or using,
yeah.
because I've been there with them. And
Right.
so, like, say, I'm not saying Brad's gonna, but say Brad is drinking.
Are you
I
drinking,
know
Brad?
for sure I'll sit with Brad, and I'm not even worried the least little bit.
Yeah,
But now, come one of my childhood friends, he's sitting there drinking while he pulls out the cocaine. It's like, okay, no, 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 no. I'm gone. I am out of here.
yeah,
That's,
Yeah.
you know what? Have that escape ready. That's another one that Brad likes, right? So
yeah.
have a way to get out of those dangerous situations for yourself. Set that up before.
Oh yeah.
And
Hey,
Yep.
Boundaries, escape plans,
Boundaries.
yes,
all
Coping
yep,
those things are
mechanisms.
huge.
Yep.
absolutely, yep,
And I like how you said that too, Steve, because I can say for me early in my recovery, I'm getting better at it now that I got a few years in and whatever. But
yep,
those first few months, 6 months, I didn't really know what my triggers were. Like,
hmm
I mean,
that's you got to learn.
Right. You
I
don't
You got to
know
mean,
until
learn.
you experience them, and if
until
you,
you experience and then how you
Yep.
deal with them, right? And
Yes.
that's where having people like people in my program or people that I'm comfortable with that I can talk to about, because
Yep.
I don't know where to set boundaries until I find that boundary, or I don't know what trigger is going to set me off
Yep.
until I experience that trigger.
Absolutely.
Now that I've experienced it a few times, I'm like, oh no, I might see that coming now, and I'm like, well, not today, Karen. But another,
That's
but
my
I,
rabbit's name.
yeah.
your
But
rabbit's named Karen.
Well,
I love
it
this
was.
fucking
That's the
guy.
one that
I
died.
love him. Okay.
but
I had a dog
that's
named Peter.
but I think that I believe that, like, so you won't know your triggers, I think, until they happen. But
Absolutely.
you need to have, but like
Yep.
Steve said, you need to have, you need to have those tools in place to be able
Yep.
to deal with these, because
Mhm.
they're gonna happen. Like I said, I'm 3 years. Like, we got some sobriety right here in front of us, but I'll guarantee you guys, and I can only speak for myself. I guarantee something's gonna happen to me in the next year or 2 or 3. I don't know. That'll be like, holy fuck, never seen that coming. That actually
Mhm.
kind of triggered me. But how do I deal with it?
How
Because
do you deal with?
I have the tools and I have the resources and I have the people that I can reach out. And like I've used this before, you got to have the courage to surrender, right? So it's
You do.
okay. It's okay for me to be like, holy fuck, Steve, I fucked up, man. Like, so I'm allowed to say this, Steve. I hope so. Like, how many times have me and you both, like, where I've called you, you know what I mean? Where we've reached out and talked to each other about shit, because that's
Yep.
what this is about. Not
Yeah.
being alone and having people who can help you through situations.
Absolutely.
That's what this is all about. That's my
Absolutely.
opinion, right?
And that's it. Don't be afraid to reach out. That was my biggest thing too. I've never picked up the phone before I pick up that first drink or drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
You're right.
And then when my little brother passed away, we're at his house with his kids. My parents are there, my older brothers there, all the family is there. And you know what? For the very brief couple seconds, I had this thought of, I'm gonna get a case of fucking beer. And
Mhm.
so I call that Slick. That's the little bird on my shoulder, Slick. Tries to
Hey, look
slide
at
his
him.
way in there and get in there. It's like, no, you get the fuck off here, there, bud. No. And then, you know what? The first thing I did was I didn't keep that thought to myself. I,
Yeah.
I went and sat on the couch with my uncle, who's over 10 years sober now. And he used to be just like us, just like us.
Yeah.
I went and sat with him, and I'm like, you know what? I just had this thought where thought of me, I could pick up a case of fucking beer. Well,
Yeah.
I did just a thought. Just I kicked that shit right out of there right quick. He's like, good.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I
That's
saw a comment come up from somebody. He said, "Leave yourself an out." Um, like you said, like we don't know these things till we experience them once, right?
yep.
What happens, like that experience? You're not ready for it. You're reactive instead of being proactive and things, whatever, and it throws you off. And I've been in that situation many times in early recovery where something little happens, and I'm just like, I don't know how to deal with this. This is new. Everything we learn in early recovery is new. So everything we do for the first time. It's just like we have a lady that comes on here, Phyllis. Her son passed away from an overdose, and she'll tell you that it took such braver or like courage for her to come out and say, I'm an addict, my son passed away, I need help, and I can help. And you remind me of her in that way. Like, the urgency. Trial and error isn't there much anymore. The trial and error,
Mhm.
you trial and you're dead. So like, there's no error. The error is dead. So like, we have to
Yep.
learn we have to learn this stuff quick, and we have to learn it early in recovery. If you're not ready, you're not ready, though, and that's kind of what you said. And like, not everybody's ready, and not everybody wants to be sober. And
Yep.
I'll bet you didn't want to be sober at some point, or you wouldn't be on this show. And now you live for sobriety, and you can't fake that shit. It it's authentic, it's real, it comes through my monitor, it comes through everybody is like, yep, this guy is the real shit, and they
Yep.
listen. And that's a responsibility you have, Steve. And I it looks like you take it seriously. Um,
Absolutely, 100%.
but
I
yeah,
have to. I
it's
have
a
to. It's life or death.
responsibility. It
Like you said,
is.
it's life or death.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
and now it's we have to carry the message to the alcoholic or to the addict that still suffers,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
So
Hmm.
here we are. That's we do what we can. Can we force them to? Absolutely not.
Nope.
But I hope, you know what? That's I just hope one person sees that and doesn't grab fentanyl tonight.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
Yep.
would, you know what? After my son had passed away, I didn't. I had planned it all out, right down to the house that I was going to, because I knew that they
Mm.
weren't into the shit. What I didn't plan on was the guy had 11 gang members there that just
Uh-huh.
kind of moved into the house, and if it wasn't for them, I would have been dead. I would
Yeah.
not be here. And I don't tell too many people this, but I went and got the fentanyl with a purpose. And
Hmm.
I
Been there.
my son was catching up to me. Shit doesn't phase me right away. It takes time
Yeah.
to set
Yeah.
in.
Mhm.
And yes, when I grabbed that pipe, I hit it four big time. This is a glass one, not the tin foil. This is a glass one.
This is
And
classy.
I
Yeah.
hit four halls.
Classy.
I knew I was
Mm.
going down.
Yeah.
And they were all downstairs. They heard the drop. This is a chick that I've never even met before, and she runs one of the gangs. She come running up those stairs. She's barking orders, telling everybody this, that. That little Narcan nasal spray you had, 7 of them they gave to me. Did
Jesus
nothing.
Christ.
It was the liquid. It was the
Yep.
injection that snapped me right out of it.
Yep.
And I think this is Brad's first time he's hearing this story. I can see the
I
look on
love
his
that.
face.
I'm
So,
intrigued, buddy.
you know what? When I snapped out of it, I didn't know what was going on. I
Yeah.
had heard the worst gargling, the worst sound that I've ever heard before. I'm like,
The death gargle,
holy
we call it.
what was that, man? Somebody's not doing good.
Yep.
Little did I know that was me.
Yep.
That was me. And I about 30 minutes it took before I actually realized what was going on. And then
Mm.
I sat there and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Like,
Yeah.
there was nothing I could say. And
Yeah.
now I'm soaking wet. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? And now people I don't even know, out of this 11 people that were there, I had no clue who they were.
Yeah.
They're bringing me, they got, some of them are, they go out and they steal for their living for this and that. And that's how they supply their habit.
Right.
Well, they're giving me brand new boxers still in packages, brand new jeans,
Yeah.
sweaters.
Right.
I'm like, holy
Yep.
shit. Like,
Amazon.
that why so it's like, okay, like, and you know what, everything happens for a reason. So I thought I
Yeah.
had it planned out perfectly where I wasn't going
Right.
to be here anymore, but
Right.
obviously I'm supposed to be here. That's
Clearly.
somebody says you're not done there, bud. Nice
Yeah.
try. Fuck off and
Yeah.
go
Well.
back to what you were doing. And that's it. One other thing I could say is don't don't give up. 2010 was the first time I went to treatment. About 2008 was when I knew I really, really, really had a problem. I couldn't quit anytime I wanted. I knew something
Right.
was wrong, so
Yep.
until from 2010 till 2026, like it's taken some time,
Yeah.
but
I'm
I
sure.
didn't give up. I didn't
Right.
give up. I kept going every goddamn day, and I look at Brad's smile there. That's
Mm.
right.
I'm
That
fu-
right there is worth it,
I'll
right?
kiss
So
Brad right in the mouth.
Man,
Open
I
mouth
love you
kiss.
like
The
a
whole thing.
brother, Steve. I love you like a brother, man.
Steve, Rob Vargo asked, if fentanyl knocks you on your ass so quick, does it even feel good?
well, not at that point, no.
Right.
That's but
Listen, I'll tell you what, fentanyl feels fucking phenomenal. A little bit too much, and you're dead. So like, it's like figure out another way to get your fix, your rocks off. But as far as fentanyl goes, it's not like there's not fentanyl pills going around, and they're milligrams in the bottle and shit. It's pressed pills. The pills look better than the actual pills, and you think you're getting a 0.5 Xanax, wouldn't kill anybody. It's street pharmaceutical. Oops, I put a little too many micrograms. They're in microgram. Fentanyl's in micrograms. That's how fucking granular that is. And like the smallest bit can kill you. Here's the crazy part. When I ran around Philadelphia, the talk was who's overdosing where, because I want that shit, because
Yeah,
I can handle
that's
my. He
yes.
can't.
Okay, I was just about to say
It's
everybody at
crazy,
that
isn't it?
house. The first thing they says, "Where the fuck did you get your shit?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are
Yep.
you for real
Isn't
right
that
now?"
wild?
Like that's it's they they wanted to make sure I was okay, but as soon as
Yeah.
they knew I was good, they're like, "Hey, you got any of that shit?" I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" Like
I th-
like
Gimme, num 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 num.
yes, and okay, so I fentanyl was not my thing. I had a purpose,
I got it. I know.
I've tried everything. My thing was morphine and cocaine,
Oh boy.
and I was a slammer. That was my favorite thing, and that's what sent me back was when I ended up in the hospital. So when I come out of that coma, they had me on 8 chubbies a day. They had me on a fentanyl drip, a Dilaudid drip,
Hmm.
and I'm like, holy fuck, man, who authorized this, man? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I
Who
I had it.
authorized this?
So
Buddy.
I actually put down on my medical file over 20 years ago not to give me any kind of narcotic or mood or mind altering drug unless absolutely necessary. I put that on my file
Yeah.
because I know how much morphine, how much I like it, how much what it does for me, right? And
Yeah.
like I don't it just cures my pain. It
Yeah.
doesn't I don't nod out. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, don't you get tired? Like, no
Not
pins
me.
and needles. That's
I'm
I'm still fully functional. And I can
all
I
energy.
can
Just
do the biggest slam and I'm
me too.
still fully functional. And
Yeah.
that's dangerous for me, right? So
Yeah.
I know I know my limits, and that is why I will not take Tylenol or Advil or sometimes I don't even like going to the doctor.
Yeah.
That's I don't like going. I went a couple weeks ago, but I was so goddamn sick, and I'm starting to get chest pains. So I COVID, fucking COVID.
Oh
But
God.
I don't like. I like natural remedies.
Yeah.
Lay down, get some rest, drink lots of fluids, eat some soup. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And that's pretty much
That's
the answer
just
to
like
everything.
Grandma used to
Oh, how
say.
times have changed. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So
if
I'm over 2 years sober. I'm a product of pharmaceuticals. I am the opposite of you. I I'm doing everything I can to stay sober. So the last time I was in rehab, I really looked at my mental health and talked to my therapist. I actually let talk to her and not therapize her. I used to therapize my therapist. I made out with one of my therapists once. So it's like I'm a terrible patient
How
until
shocked I am.
yeah, until I played that one lightly too. Until like I realized that I am just getting in my own way. So like I've done everything. I have done the relocation thing. I've done the mental health thing. Um, you're right. If you want to use or drink, you're gonna. It doesn't matter where you are. Anywhere you go, there you are, right? But like
Mhm.
I still support doing everything you can to claim your sobriety, whatever that looks like.
Absolutely,
Do
absolutely.
everything you can. Fill that toolbox. Pray to God. Pray to Allah. I don't know. Do whatever you do.
Yep, yep.
Take up knitting or whatever it is that chills you out. But drinking's not an option anymore. And it's funny. I walk into like a liquor store, not liquor store, a gas station, and I don't smoke anymore. So I have this in my mind where I've turned that off. I don't smoke anymore. I probably have way more nicotine with vaping, but I don't smoke anymore. And like lately, I've smelled smoke everywhere, and I'm like, I think Brad, I could smell Brad from here. I'm like, I want a cigarette
I
so bad.
know.
So like
Sorry, I was smoking a cigarette earlier. I wouldn't be
that's
smoking one had I known that. That's the one
so I
crutch
no, I'm
I
just
couldn't give up.
I love vaping. I don't know why this wasn't I don't know who you're what you're asking about Robert Vargo. What was his name? Elaborate. We didn't say hi to our treatment centers, and they're busting my balls. So let's
Oh, your
let's say hi
therapist
to
you made
our.
out with. That's
Not
that's
her, not
yeah.
that place. Hell no. Right? Oh my gosh. All right, let's do that. I click on something and it happens, and I don't see it.
That's
Fuck,
not
I love
it.
you guys. Man, you guys, I love you.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
But
It's
but didn't
phenomenal.
I said it too. Like all I have to do is talk to somebody for 5 minutes pregame, and I'm like, "Yep, this is gonna be a snooze fest. I'm gonna play graphics," or "Yep, I'm all in on this guy." There's never like a medium ground, and like 70% of our people, they're legit, and we don't let people on with under 90 days,
Yep.
for a
Yep.
reason, because you probably shouldn't be on a screen telling your shit to the world at 25 days clean. So like we try to, we try to protect ourselves. So whatever that looks like
100%.
to anybody, protect yourself, because people are dying that would never have died before if it wasn't for this fentanyl. So like,
Absolutely right. Yep.
and so when
Yep.
you would buy fentanyl, I have to ask, what would it come in? Like, would it powder or what? I don't even know.
No, it was chunks,
Chunks.
colored chunks.
Oh,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was. Oh yeah,
crazy. How do you know? How
different.
do you know not to like? It's like this amount feels great, and then a little bit more, you're dead. So like, I
See,
never.
but that's the thing. I don't really know much about the fentanyl, right? So
Uh,
I I don't. I had a purpose. I had a purpose. I don't like
I
fentanyl.
got
I
you.
fucking hate it. It's killed a lot of my friends.
Yep.
I knew it was quick, easy,
Mhm.
painless, so that's
Mm-hmm.
why I did it. But like you know what? I can't say this enough. Do not drop that shit and go fucking get some help. Like if you
Absolutely.
can't do it on your own, call somebody. Get a friend, a real friend to take you away. Like just I have some friends that I let come and stay with me, and it gave me a bad name around town. Now my
Yeah.
house is known as the fentanyl house,
You're
but
the
I
crack
hate
house.
that
Yeah.
shit. I
I
don't
know.
Yep.
allow that shit in my house.
I
Do
hear
I
you.
do cocaine and meth? And yeah, sure, absolutely. But
Yeah.
fentanyl, no. I'll bring them there to get them off that shit. And,
Right.
I've got one friend who is a lot younger than I am, but she still to this day, she will tell you that if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have smartened up. She wouldn't have gotten
Mm.
sober off of fentanyl. She hasn't touched it in the longest time. And she
Yeah.
said, that's all due to you. I was like, no, no. I
Yeah.
gave you a safe place. You did the work. That's it.
Right.
I
Right.
didn't do
Yep.
anything.
But
Right.
you
I
need to
Anybody who.
showed
consider,
you the door. You walked through it, right?
Right.
So,
Yep.
and you nailed it again there, Steve, because like you were just saying like a few minutes ago, like okay, if you're that bad doing fentanyl, whatever, go get help. And we said about the sooner people realize in recovery or making that first little step into treatment centers and all that,
yep.
as soon as you realize too that, and again, I'm just saying what happened to me. I can only
Mm-hmm.
suggest, but once you realize that, once I realized that I couldn't do it by myself,
Yep.
it gets so
Yep.
much easier because
Absolutely.
and,
Absolutely.
and sometimes you don't even know the amount of people that are actually out there, like
You're
little
right.
pom poms cheering you on. You know what I
Yes.
Yep.
mean? Like
Yes.
we don't see that as addicts. We really don't. And
Yep.
then little changes will happen, and you might see it in time, but you don't see that early in your sobriety at all,
Mm-mm.
right?
No.
No.
But let people in, be open minded, and be willing to
Be
change. And
willing. That's yeah.
Yeah.
people will fucking go to bat for you, 100%,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, it's the ones closest to you that are going to go to bat for you right away if they know you were serious.
Right.
Absolutely.
But
Sure.
Yeah.
words don't mean shit.
Words are
Show them
wind.
Actions. Yeah.
actions.
Yep.
Action.
Especially us as addicts. We get this. Oh, I just got home from rehab. Why are you hiding your pocketbook? I've been sober 5 minutes. I'm not going to steal your money.
Yeah.
Like people. As much as we love our fellow brother in recovery, we're also not going to co-sign their bullshit. If you're really in your
Yep.
recovery, you're
Yeah.
not. I'm going to call it out. And
Yep.
but I'm going to do it with love. Like I'm going to offer help, but I'm gonna be like, I'm not co-signing this bullshit,
Yep.
and that kind of, it's very difficult to navigate that because you don't want to put anybody off, but you don't want to enable anybody either, for lack of a better word.
Mhm.
And you were smart. You went to AA. There's a million things like AA out there. We're people. We want to help each other. We just don't want to be shunned when we try to, because then our ego gets hurt, and then for us. So like it's this
You know what
in
though? Okay,
recovery, you
so
lose your that authority complex. I think
you know
humility.
what, Case? There's a few sayings that I like. You know, my good days, learning
Yeah.
days.
Yep.
It's a simple choice. You know, another one that I love. Let that shit go.
Oh,
Now, I everything that I've done, everything that I've been through, I don't. I've never been depressed. I I don't. I don't know how to say this, but it's like
you're dead on the inside, just like us. Yep. I get it.
Yeah.
well, no, see,
Speak
I'm
for
more
yourself,
alive
Tim.
now than
No,
I've
yeah,
ever
I just,
been.
yeah, right,
Like,
exactly.
and
All of us can vouch for that.
it's like everybody's like, how do you smile? How do
Yeah,
you keep going?
Mhm.
And it's I'll face it head on, I'll feel it, I'll live it, and then I'll let it go. And
Roxy.
and that is that's what we do with the drugs and the alcohol is
Yeah,
we hide that shit so we don't
we
have to feel
do.
it.
Right.
Feel it.
That reminded me of a story one time. So like whatever, I'm probably a year and a half sober or something like that, and I've always kind of been a little bit of a goofball, like to make people laugh, having fun,
Oh,
whatever. And I didn't see this person for about a year and a half, and like I'm sober at the time. And he's like, "Man, kind of freaks me out. You're actually still funny." I'm like, "Well,
you're actually still funny.
what did you think would happen?
Yeah,
Like, you know
what
what I
were
mean?
you before?
What the fuck? Yeah. What do you think would happen, right? And another thing that made me think there, Steve, when you were talking like having close friends, right? Like my
Mhm.
brother-in-law said to me, and it fucking pissed me off when he said it, but now looking back on it, I kind of understand a little bit more.
Love my
So
brother-in-law.
I think I first go to rehab or whatever, so I'm probably 3 or 4 months sober at the time, da 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 da. And I'm like, man, I'm really doing good. And all he said to me was like, you want to fucking impress me? Come talk to me in a year. And I
Mm.
remember leaving the house going, "You piece of shit."
Sour. Yup. I know.
Like, you know what I mean?
I'll
Because my
show
ego
you.
got in the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. It's kind of what I was thinking. But that
Yeah.
was his way of saying, you know what? Like Tim said something about, people still hide their wallets or whatever when you first, because I had to show that I was
Yes.
willing to do this. 3 months after using for 33 years didn't prove shit. Like I had to
Absolutely.
put the time in, right?
Yep.
Fine line
It's
between enabling somebody and it's hard. It's a tough landscape to navigate. We have to say hi to our rehabs. I found this thing.
Just try to make me go to rehab.
We're at our rehabs.
Alrighty, we have Destination Recovery, Liftoff, Pocono Mountain Recovery, Sunrise Detox, Health and Wellness, Oxford House number 162. We still can't find 161. Serenity Recovery and Prairie Sky Recovery Center.
There you have it. Yeah, I don't know. It's what everybody's all worked up about tonight, but we got a lot of people in rehabs watching us, and it's just we love the early recovery thing, like, because that's recovery. You have to step into it at some point and start from zero. We all have this podcast, and the four of us. It didn't just happen overnight, like people see it and they're like, that's cool. I want to do something like that. Well, our message is you can, just don't name it talking trash. You go whatever the hell you want. And that is I should be dead. I have broken my neck. I should not be here. And I am. So like, almost 3 years sober, I feel this urgency and this responsibility to address this show and what we're doing with care. Like, I was always half in on this show. It was a hobby, more for me just doing graphics. Lately, I've kind of seen the real effect that it's having, both on people that we talk to and amongst the four of us. we're all in, and it's just there's a responsibility that comes with that because I don't want to say something that throws somebody off, but I do want to say something that starts their 180. That starts that trajectory change. So we don't get pats on the back, and that's not what it's about. But I guarantee you, your words are going to stick with somebody while they're trying to fall asleep tonight in a rehab on a shitty mattress. I get it. Let me ask you something, Steve. Are you would you consider yourself like a natural leader? Like have you ever been in like higher authority situations?
How Brad just shook his head. That's how people see me. I see myself as just being there.
Yeah.
I guess I do kind of take charge of situations and stuff, but I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'm just...
I mean, I say it all the time. I'm the dumbest smart person you'll ever meet. You know what I mean? Like I have to burn my hand 15,000 times before I learn not to touch a stove. We could just do this all night because you know what, dude, I have to give you credit right now, and that's not what this is about. But I publicly, you're one of the most impressive people I've met in recovery, and that's not.
Thank
It's
you.
just it's
Thank you.
you've impacted me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna think about you for a while now, and it won't be sexual. It might be a little bit, but like overall
Oh, my
about
cardigan.
recovery,
Oh, my
Steve,
cardigan.
it will be.
It will go there at some point. But you
Trust
impacted
me.
me, and I'm the big shot running the fucking podcast, whatever. I'm not a nobody, but I'm nothing special. None of us are. We're just. But what's special is us together as a unit. That's where we make a difference, and that's where we meet people where they're at. They see the strength in numbers, and we have 4 guys that'll drop everything and help you at the drop of a hat. And we've done that.
100%.
The podcast continues when it stops. Jimmy talks to a million people. He sets everything up. My first co-host blurted my number out to the entire world, so the entire world knows my goddamn number. I get called at like 3 o'clock in the morning. My son's overdosed. I'm like, all right, call an ambulance. I don't know what so like, it's evolved, and it's for me like Tim would usually feel like a big shot at this point. I want this to work so badly that I'm not forcing myself to be humble. I don't think so highly of myself anymore. The lies we tell ourselves to get through the day. It's just the show's a blessing. It's kept me sober, and for me, like I have health problems, all this shit. So what I did was I started a show to kind of have that family, that camaraderie, along with going to AA and all that stuff. And it's just it now feels like a responsibility, and one that I want to own up to because I was never responsible, drunk and high. I was the worst, and now here I am trying to help people, and it's rewarding. You can only keep what you have by giving it away. We all know that, and you're living proof of it. So good on you. I mean, you sound like you're 10 years sober, but none of that matters. Everybody's different. It is what it is. But like you've impacted people tonight. You spent an hour and a half of your life in people, and that I respect that. I respect Jimmy, everybody that does this. It's just it's a blessing to be a part of, and to not be me. Like it's not about me or Brad, or it's about us. And we're all in this thing together. We're trying to figure it out. All right, let's do a little. We read just for today. Brad, you want to read this thing because I don't have.
I might screw it up, but I'll try.
All right. That was Hillary Clinton's their song that they played during her campaign. All right, here we go. Let me get rid of him.
Bill
I
started
didn't.
first.
I actually didn't have it ready, Brad. But if you can see it, I'm sharing my screen.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna.
God.
I
can't
can.
see
I,
that.
let me work my magic. Hold on.
There you go.
This. We do this.
Anxiety attack. That's all I got.
Okay. How about now?
Oh my God, this is gonna be fun. Okay. The power that brought us into the program is still with us and will continue to guide us. if we you moved up, if we allow
Sorry.
it.
Sorry.
Basic text, page 27. Okay, stay right there.
Yep.
Ever had a panic attack?
Yeah.
Everywhere we turn,
Yep.
life demands overwhelms us. We're paralyzed and we don't know what to do about it. How do we break an anxiety attack? First, we stop. We can't deal with everything at once, so we stop for the moment to let things settle. Then we take a spot inventory of the things that are bothering us. We examine each other, asking ourselves this question: how important it is, really? In most cases, we find that most of our fears and concerns don't need our immediate attention. We can put those aside and focus on the issue that really needs to be resolved right away.
Mhm.
Then we stop again and ask ourselves, who's in control here anyway? This helps remind us that our higher power is in control. We seek our higher power will for the situation. Whatever it is, we can do this in any number of ways through prayer, talks, and our sponsor of NA Friends, or by attending meetings and asking others to share their experiences. When our higher power will become clear to us, we pray the ability to carry it out. Finally, we take action. Anxiety attacks need not paralyze us. We can utilize the resources of the NA program to deal with anything that comes our way. Just for today, my higher power has not brought me all this way in recovery only to abandon me. When anxiety strikes, I will take specific steps to seek God's continuing care and guidance.
There it is.
Just for today.
Thank
I'll
you.
tell you what. I mean,
Bradley.
we're going to lay here, but I suffer from anxiety attacks. I have my whole life. It's chemical. It's not I've tried everything. Mental health can throw you off. Panic attack. If you do have mental health problems and they're not treated, you're going to self-medicate in some other way, and we all know that's true. So it's panic attack. We are going to do a mental health show soon, and a pharmaceutical show soon. But yeah, panic attacks. Do you guys have anything like this? I mean, we're men. We don't like to say it, but like Brad, yeah, can you just explain it, please.
I don't get them. That's like depression,
God,
anxiety. It just, if
Some
I
people
do,
do.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, you'd
No.
know. I mean, you would know. You probably don't. God built you with you're very blessed to have that. Most people have most addicts self-medicated because they're undiagnosed mental illness. So like,
So I
You know,
never,
you're
I never thought I had anxiety for the longest time. But once I got sober, I started realizing I had it. And that may sound really fucked up,
no,
but
it makes
it's
sense.
because once I started doing things that were outside of my comfort zone or doing different things that I needed to do for my sobriety to get better, I get anxious because I'm like, whoa, I'm not fucking used to this. This is totally new for me. So then I started getting these little things. I remember early in my sobriety, like, I think I'm having heart pains. And they're like, you're just fucking panic attacking. Like, and that's what it was. But once I learned to talk about it, and once I learned I shouldn't say control it because that's bullshit. I don't have it controlled.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
have it controlled, but I can talk to people about it and maybe get better at dealing with it, I'll say. But
Yep.
I recognize it nowadays in my sobriety, which before I probably had it, but I think I just masked it with
I'm
fucking
sure.
with fucking Pablo Escobar amounts of
Tony
cocaine.
Montana.
I can't live with a friend.
The world is yours.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Jimmy.
But I definitely deal with it. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
daily, but I definitely deal with it in my life because of change and new things, and that's gonna happen.
But you
So,
can overcome it. That
Yeah.
it's all up here,
up here, yeah.
right?
I
That's
think I'm actually overcoming it now because I'm recognizing it, right? And I think
Mhm.
that's what, and I
absolutely,
think that's
and
with every
that's
with the disease of addiction or whatever it
Yep.
may be, gambling or food eating or whatever. But if you can recognize any problem that I think you have, you can fucking fight
you
it,
can
right?
fix it.
Right. You
Absolutely.
can't fix something if you don't know it's wrong. And
Exactly.
Yes, that's
that's step
absolutely
one,
right.
admitting I'm
Yeah.
powerless over my addiction. It's an entire mindset change. And now all four of us, I guarantee I can speak for all four of us when I say this. We're all proud to be addicts, and we're all grateful that we have the
100%.
perspective that comes from being an addict, living that life to the
100%.
other side. And
Like I said
but-
earlier, I wouldn't be who I am had I not gone through what I did.
right. And you wouldn't be half as interesting.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So now you have a responsibility. I've died 4 or 5 times, overdose, crashed a car, broke my neck, like all this shit I should not have woken up from, and I did. So, oh, you're here for a reason, whatever. The guy next to me in the room when I got my neck surgery, he's like, "You're here for a reason." I'm like, "I want to be dead, dude." He's like, "You're selfish." And I'm arguing with my fucking whatever. Anyway, I shouldn't be here, and I know I'm here because I didn't have
For
to
this,
I didn't have
right here.
maybe, yeah. I mean, this could stop tomorrow. I'd be thrilled with what we've done. I yeah, I love what you guys
Kids
are.
need you.
That for sure. Yep. And all
100%.
my friends are in Canada now. Like all of a sudden, I don't have any state friends. All my people are Canadian.
Carefree, my friend.
Oh,
Carefree.
nice.
You see,
Nice.
all right, Rocket.
Nice.
I
Where
come
do
to
you think
play,
you go?
boy.
Tim?
Come into play.
Right on.
As soon as Timmy said that, I just kind of stopped and looked at Jimmy. I'm like, wait for it. Wait for it. I know he's got something.
So yeah,
You know what? I
I
just
like
want to
connections.
say just one thing. It has been an honor to be here tonight. Tim, Brad, Jimmy, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for inviting me on. And
Yeah, dude, the
just
pleasure's
Thank you for
all
coming.
here.
thank you. That's you guys. This is awesome what you guys are doing. I do follow you guys on Facebook, so that's it. It's amazing. Keep it up, guys. That's
Awesome.
you know what?
Well,
I'm proud
we're
of you
gonna
guys. You should be proud of yourselves too. 100%.
we're
Thank
gonna
you,
put you
Steve.
on staff. You'll get an email address. We'll set you up totally. Well, you'll be the CEO of Talking Trash. No, you're always
I'll need your
always
CPP
welcome back on our
information,
show.
your SIN,
Awesome.
put you on the
Right.
payroll. Yep.
I
Always.
appreciate
Jimmy, you
that.
got some closing
Benefits
thoughts
after
for
3
us?
months. Yep. See what? Oh yeah,
Jimmy.
okay. Well, I wrote a little something. Okay, trashers. If Steve's story spoke out to you, and if it didn't, you're deaf. Come on, guys. Addiction thrives in isolation. Recovery happens in connection. Go to a damn meeting. Call your sponsor. Talk to a doctor. Call one of us. Call Tim first, please. Whoever cut off there. Whatever you need to detox or medical help, seek help. Seek the help. If you're having thoughts of harming yourself, call 988. In Canada, 911. What is it in Canada? Is it 988?
I certainly hope it's in England. It's 999.
Okay, well, okay.
I honestly
Not
don't
like
even
my
know.
script. Well, I'll have to Google that after. If you're in an emergency situation, crisis, or danger, seek immediate medical supervision and support. There is no shame in getting help, only courage. Listen to Steve's story. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond grace. You are not alone. You're part of the Talkin' Trash family. Keep coming back. It works. We all suffered in silence, and we recover out damn loud.
Yeah, we do, boys. We like to make noise. We like to celebrate. We love clean time. That's how we all come together on this platform, and we leave feeling better. And we know somebody somewhere heard something that may help. I don't usually. You had about, I would say we had probably 200 live viewers tonight, which is
Wow.
getting up there across all our platforms, Instagram and all that. It's hard to tally it as I do it here, but yeah, there's a bunch of people watching, and a bunch of people are gonna watch when this goes on as a podcast. We looked at a show earlier. How many? What was the number since Wednesday? What did I say? It was almost 1,000 people. Was it?
It went up 208% or something like that.
Something like that. We're just whatever. I mean,
blowing it up.
That's
Now it's really
insane.
gonna be
That's
blowing up
awesome.
after today.
That's
there's a need for this, and people see it, and we joke around. That's the first thing. And then, Steve, you said something like this: if you can't laugh in recovery, I don't know why you're even trying it. So, we're trying to have fun, trying to show that it can be fun, and we're reporting from the other side, basically trying to get people's attention before fentanyl does. So, Steve, I love you. I think you're fantastic. I am a
Thank
friend
you, guys.
request on
You're a big
everything.
fan.
And
Thanks, Steve.
welcome
Thank
to the
you.
party. Hang on a second, Steve. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Yep,
All right, ladies and
absolutely.
gentlemen, We will see you on Wednesday.
I